Alright, here we have a Toastmaster model 4437 20-inch box fan. Got this from Nick yesterday. He gave it to me. Um, yeah, it's a pretty nice fan actually. This is actually in pretty good shape. I mean, it's a little rusty here and there, but for the most part, it's actually pretty mint. I mean, these grills are still in perfect condition, which is a shocker. There's your Toastmaster badge. Let's get the gray banana blades. These fans were pretty common when I was a kid. I used to see them everywhere. Um, it was actually kind of one of my childhood fans. I'm not really big on these, but they are childhood, and I've always kind of liked them. They're pretty good fans. One of the first fans I got in my collection was one of these, but that one's long gone. This is your regular old 3-speed with no handle. Not much to it. Typical gray cabinet. This is what succeeded the Edison thin and light fans. I mean, yeah, this was kind of Toastmaster's last box fan. I mean, there's a few variations of it over the years. There was this one here, and then there was the brown one with the old motor, and then there was this version with the tiny motor, which I had one of those, and I've had the brown one, and I've had numerous of these gray ones, but I always end up with one, so yeah. I still have my other one, the mint in the box one. We focus on the motor. Thank you. As a regular old Macmillan motor that you'd see in like a Lakewood or whatever. These are pretty common on these Toastmaster fans. There's the information thing. Toastmaster Inc. 2.1 amps. Thermally protected. 60 hertz. Yada yada yada. If I remember right, this motor is a 1990 motor. There's a code on it somewhere that I cannot find at the moment. But it was either 90 or 91. Can't remember exactly. Let me pause this. Here's the bottom of it. It's kind of hard to read any of this, but it does say model 4437. I don't know, it's really hard to read all that. It's kind of like rusty and hard to read. Yeah, that's kind of illegible. I can barely make out the UL logo there. And it's got some rust on the bottom, but to be fair, these Toastmaster fans were kind of cheap. They weren't as cheap as the Holmes fans, but they were like one up from the Holmes fans in my opinion. Let me flip this thing back over again. But yeah, these weren't really the cheapest fans, but they were kind of close to it. I mean, in my opinion, it would go the Holmes fan, these, the Lasco, and then the Lakewood. Every company had their own version of what I call the 223, because they were all the kind of thick cabinets with the, 3-speed motors. Just, basic overall box fan. Not the thin ones. But, this was Toastmaster's version, basically. Lakewood had the 223, Lasco had the 3723, Toastmaster had this, and the Holmes had the HABF 21s or whatever. Home/Robeson, because I think during this time Robeson was still around. But like a couple of years later, they got bought out. But anyway, enough about Robeson. Here's High on the Toastmaster. This one runs pretty good. Pretty good air motor. Or medium. Pretty good air mover, and these usually are pretty well balanced. Which is weird considering Holmes used almost an identical blade set. And those things are never balanced. And low. It's definitely a better quality fan compared to the Holmes fans. I will say that. It's got a nice low speed. It'd be a good nighttime runner. Go back to high. And OFF spells off. But yeah, one of my first fans was one of these. Well, one of my first collected fans, I should say. I got it at a flea market, yeah, it was at a flea market. They were selling it in a booth, and I was like, "How much for the fan?" And I think I paid $5 for it. Those were the days when you could find good stuff for cheap. But I digress. That one's long gone, but now I got two more. So yeah, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed, and have a good one.